here's Carmelita's Corner. You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, hello there, Radio Land. How are you doing today? You've got a lot of good stuff coming your way. All right, now I'm hearing that applause. That's what I'm talking about. You've got one of our favorites, John Michael Ferrari. Oh, my goodness, he's just really incredible. I'm really enjoying watching him moving on up. Like my friend Janae Dubois, the late, great Janae Dubois used to say, he's moving on up. He's been moving on up for some time now, and I consider him an all-out, full-fledged country star. How about that, John Michael Ferrari? He's got so much stuff going on, it would take me all day long to just read his bio. But let me tell you, I received something from Pepper J about him, and it's very touching. You know, we've got so much going on right now in the world, and we really, really need to stay prayed up, that's for sure. Because God knows if things keep going the way they've been going, goodness knows what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. But we've got heroes like John Michael Ferrari, who's actually been out there on the battlefield himself. And he's written a song about a soldier and about the story, a very touching story about a soldier who has actually gone on to another world, but he left behind his lovely widow, and she's carrying on in his memory. And the song is about being a soldier, and it's called Soldier's Prayer. So at some point during this interview, I want you guys to hear it, okay? So let's bring on John Michael Ferrari.
I'm right here, Carmelita. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks for coming on board. I hope Pepper J's there somewhere.
Yeah, we're both here.
All right. Now, that's, like I said, that's what I'm talking about. Well, you know, you two really make a great team. Just an amazing story. Pepper J and John, you know how much I enjoy watching you guys. I'm your virtual cheerleader. I guess you know that by now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So, you know, let's talk about this song, A Soldier's Prayer. Can you fill us in with the details?
Well, you know, it's a song that was taken from my experience in Vietnam. And when I first went to Vietnam, there were many of us young soldiers. I was 18 at the time. And many of the soldiers were married their sweetheart girlfriends from high school and left home to come into the military, to come to Vietnam and fight. And many of them lost their lives almost after arriving in Vietnam. And that's really what the story is about a young man who goes off to war and leaves his bride and unborn child. And he loses his life, but he comes back as a spirit, and he watches the growth of his wife and his child over a span of 60 years. And after 60 years, he's there waiting for her to bring her home. And basically, that's what the song is about. He talks about pain and sorrow that he experienced in battle. The pain in the soldier's face, and the pride that he went off to war to fight for his country, and I remember that. I was, I was only 18, but I remember a sense of pride of me being in the military and standing up for my country. Aside all the politics, whether it was right or wrong, you felt like you were doing something patriotic.
Well, I know that that's quite a journey. You know, my husband is a veteran, Jerry Pittman, and he's shared his experience with me many times, you know. And I think if I had my druthers and I had a magic wand, we wouldn't have such a thing as war. It would be against the law to have mass murder, because that's really what it is. I think there's got to be a better way of solving our problems rather than going out and murdering each other.
Right. You know, you remind me of my brother who, when he was a child, said to my father, well, what if they made a war and nobody came? And my father said,
absolutely.
Well, what if they made a war and the only people that came were the people that wanted to kill you? And my brother just looked and went, oh, okay, I understand now.
Well, you know, you probably heard about the Christmas story, didn't you? About the war that actually took place between the Germans and another European country, and they made a truce. They actually made a truce, and they stopped fighting long enough to have a party together. I thought that was the most amazing story I've ever heard.
We had something like that in the military in Vietnam they called it truce for a certain amount of time. You know, it's the politicians who initiate the battles of war that the young men have to go fight. So, you know, it's not, we just need to put in the right politicians to guide us in the right direction. There
you go. You just hit the nail on the head, John, because I bet you how much you want to bet certain politicians will not send their sons or daughters to come back maimed, missing eyes or missing legs or whatever. You know, I doubt that they would really want to sign up for that, to send their own children over there. But it's very easy for them to call a war. Now, I mean, I want to get into a little hot water right now because, you know, there's something going on in the Middle East as we speak, and it's so tragic. It's just been going on. It's been going on too long, as a matter of fact, and it's a controversial topic because on both sides you're hearing opinions, you know. But I just think that it's tragic.
People that want one country not to exist, and they say, I don't want Israel to exist. So what would you do if somebody said, I don't want America to exist? It puts them in a very difficult situation. We have so many different things going on in the world now. But, you know, Soldier's Prayer is not really about the ugliness of war. It's about the sacrifice and the pride and the bravery that people go to fight so that their families will be free. Because freedom, you know, it's a cost sometimes.
"60 years went rolling by. It was here we said goodbye. The war was brewing, it was extreme. We were only teens. I knew the day I died, all alone, my brand new bride. Our favorite song would be a sign I'd be back in time. So raise a flag with pride and grace. I seen the pain on a soldier's face. Bring me home, both sides say, I'm a soldier of the USA. You weren't alone all these years. I've seen you cry, I know your tears. You raised our child and a family, all without me. You've done well with your life, lots of friends by your side. I heard a nightly secret prayer, I was always there. So raise a flag with pride and grace. I seen the pain on a soldier's face. Bring me home, I'd say I'm a soldier of the USA. Now it's time, my lovely wife, to bring you home. Say goodnight. Close your eyes to our favorite song. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? One day we'll come back in time for those we leave behind. But for now, we'll watch them grow. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.
How beautiful, John. Just
Thanks
simply
very much.
beautiful. I want to thank you and Pepper J, as always, coming our way with wonderful music. And we're going to have to get on our horses now, John and Pepper, and ride off into the sunset.
All right, another amazing segment. Always great to hear John and Pepper, John Michael Ferrari, Pepper. They are silver members, and that means that you guys have easily accessibility. If you guys like that song, definitely look for Pepper J and John Michael Ferrari on easyway.com. Shoot them a message. Say, hey, I love that song. I'm a fan. I want to subscribe. I want to get involved with you guys.
John,
so another
Mr.
great
Music,
segment.
Michael Ferrari. Yep, that's what I call him. He's
Another
he's
great segment of.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just saying another great segment of Carmelita's Corner, and by the way, we've known Pepper and John for a very long time. They're friends of the Easy Way family, friends of ours. She was actually one of my original producers, so I recommend personally, guys, all my millions of followers on Instagram. I actually broke 1 million followers. Can you believe it? It's crazy. Go support John. Go support Tony. Go support these guest guys because they do support you back. They have hearts to help.